Yes, good morning, students. I wish you happy new year to all my dear students. Actually, ನಿಮಗೆ 1 year 8 months ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಇಯರ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಲಿ. ಆ ಒಂದು ದೇವರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೊಡಲಿ. ಮೈನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PU ಮತ್ತು 10th ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ನಡೆಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ನಾವೇನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 11 ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ 80 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ 10 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ ತೆಗೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು 25ಗೆ 20, 18 ಈ ಥರ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಒಂದು 10 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸು ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು 10 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ನ. ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು. Okay students, in the previous class we discussed about banking of road. Okay, what is the maximum velocity with which the car moving in a bank road, and what is the velocity with which the car moving in a level road or horizontal curved road. Okay, in this class we are going to discuss bending of cyclist. Bending of cyclist. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ಓಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವರು ಸ್ಕೂಟಿನ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೈಕ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ಓಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ಓಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಕರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಏನೋ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಂತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಸರಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್. ಎ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ದ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ bends himself towards the center of the circular path, in order to provide necessary centripetal force to move safely on the curved road. Curved path. Okay. ಅವನೇನಾದರೂ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಕಡೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೇಫ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್. ಏನು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಬಿದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ the necessary centripetal force to move the cycle or to ride the cycle safely on the curved path. Okay, for example, This is the radius of curvature of the circular path R. Radius of curvature of the circular path R. And consider a cyclist of mass M acts vertically downward direction from the center of gravity and the cyclist bends towards the center of the circular path and makes an angle theta and the normal reaction always acts perpendicular to the surface in contact. Here this normal reaction is resolved into two components. One is along vertically upward direction and another one is along horizontal direction towards the center of the circular path. And this is also theta because ಇದು theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ theta ಆಗಿದೆ. Therefore this R is resolved into two components. One is R cos theta and another one is R sin theta. R cos theta and R sin theta. Weight of the body, weight of the cycle or cyclist is balanced by component of normal reaction, that is R cos theta, and this R sin theta gives the necessary centripetal force. R sin theta gives necessary centripetal force. The cycle under the action of following forces, the cyclist under the action of following forces, one is weight of the cyclist acts vertically downward direction. Weight of the cyclist acts vertically downward. Second one is normal reaction acts perpendicular to the surface in contact. Normal reaction acts perpendicular to the surface in contact. This theta is called angle of bending. Theta is equal to what? Angle of bending. Here, weight of the cyclist is balanced by component of normal reaction R cos theta. Weight of the cyclist is balanced by component of normal reaction. R cos theta. Therefore, R cos theta is equal to m. Correct as equation number 1. And R sin theta, the component of normal reaction, the component of horizontal normal reaction gives the necessary centripetal force. Okay. The horizontal component of normal reaction, gives necessary centripetal force. centripetal force. Therefore, r sin theta is equal to mv square divided by r. mv square divided by r. Call it as equation number 2. Equation 2 divided by 1. Equation 2 divided by 1. Equation 2 is r sin theta divided by r cos theta is equal to mv square divided by r whole divided by mg whole divided by mg. M cancel, r cancel. Sin theta divided by cos theta is tan theta. Tan theta is equal to v square divided by r whole divided by g whole divided by g. Therefore, this can be written as tan theta is equal to v square divided by rg. If we want to calculate the angle of bending, theta is equal to tan inverse of v square divided by rg. V square divided by rg. This is the equation to calculate angle of bending. This is the equation to calculate angle of bending. Okay. When the cyclist moves on a curved path, he himself bends towards the center of the circular path because to provide a necessary centripetal force. If I consider a cyclist of mass m moving on a curved path of radius r with a velocity v, the weight of the cyclist acts vertically downward direction, that is mg, and the normal reaction always perpendicular to the surface in contact. This normal reaction is resolved into two components. One is r cos theta along the vertically upward direction and r sin theta along horizontally towards the center of the circle. And theta is the angle of bending of the cyclist. Therefore, which are the forces acts on the cyclist when he moves on a circular path? Weight, normal reaction, and component of normal reactions. Okay. Therefore, here the weight of the cyclist is balanced by vertical component of normal reaction r cos theta. Therefore, r cos theta is equal to mg. Call it as equation number 1. And r sin theta, the horizontal component of normal reaction, provides a necessary centripetal force to move a cyclist safely on the curved path. Therefore, r sin theta is equal to mv square divided by r. Call it as equation number 2. Equation number 2 divided by 1 gives r sin theta divided by r cos theta is equal to mv square divided by r whole divided by mg cancel, r cancel, remaining terms sin theta divided by cos theta is equal to v square divided by r whole divided by g. Sin theta divided by cos theta is tan theta. Therefore, tan theta is equal to v square divided by r whole divided by g. That can be written as tan theta is equal to v square divided by rg. If we ask what is calculate or derive the angle of bending of the cyclist moves on a curved path, theta is equal to tan inverse of v square divided by rg. V square divided by rg. If we ask what is the maximum velocity of the cyclist moves on a curved path, that is v square is equal to rg tan theta. V is equal to square root of rg tan theta. Okay, this is v and this one is angle of bending. Okay students, note down the point. The angle through which the cyclist should bend will be greater. The angle of bending should be greater when the radius of curvature of the circular path is small. At that time, the angle of bending is maximum. If r decreases, angle of bending increases. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್. ಇಫ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್, therefore the angle of bending is also large. ಆಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲಾಗ್. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೈಕ್ ರೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಇಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ವೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, at that time the angle of bending is large. Therefore, when velocity of the cyclist or the bike or the vehicle is increases or large, the angle of bending is also large. Okay, that is the concept. This is about complete chapter of the laws of motion topic. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ motion in a plane. Motion in a plane. In motion in a straight line and in motion in motion in a straight line, we discussed the quantities like velocity, acceleration and displacement in one dimension. Velocity, acceleration and displacement in one dimension, and that velocity, acceleration and displacement are the vector quantity, but in one dimensional motion, vector quantities have both magnitude and direction. But in one dimension motion, we discussed or represented the direction of vector quantities in positive or negative values. In one dimension motion, we represent the directions of vectors or directions of vector quantities either positive or negative. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಥವಾ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಮೋಷನ್ ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ 2 dimension and 3 dimension motion, the vector quantities, directions of vector quantities are represented by that is not represented by positive or negative value, not represented by positive or negative value. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ನ 2 dimension ಮತ್ತೆ 3 dimension ಮೋಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ವೈ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಝೆಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ವಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ either positive or negative, but in 2 dimension and 3 dimension motion we are not represented the directions of vectors either positive or negative, but here we represented the direction of vectors by x and x axis through x axis, y axis or z axis, x y y z and z x axis. Okay, and what are vectors, what are scalars? What are vectors and what are scalars? Vectors and scalars. Scalars having only magnitude but no direction, that quantity is called scalar quantity. Scalar quantity and vector quantity. Motion in plane or 2-dimensional motion. Motion in plane or 2-dimensional motion. Motion in aeroplane alla, motion in plane. Okay, scalar quantity. The physical quantities, which have only magnitude, that quantities are called scalar quantities. Example, length is a scalar quantity, distance is a scalar quantity, speed is a scalar quantity, mass is a scalar quantity. Mass is a scalar quantity. Energy These are the some small simple examples for scalar quantity. The quantities which have only magnitude, the quantities are called scalar quantities, and these are the examples for vector quantity. The physical quantities which have both magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. The quantities are called vector quantities. Example, force is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. These are the some example for vector quantities. Okay students, in the next class we discuss scalars and vectors in detail. Okay, thank you students.